a huge major loss, right? It made suicidal comment. Now the check was being filed previous day. Now this day here, his report didn't have possibly have a fire. So our risk assessment then goes very, very high because, you know, sadly, the people who go into recently go into a lot of grief, you know, that generally affects their mental well-being. Huge. Unbelievably so, right?
Oh, you're telling me?
Yes, and you know, because you went through it. So we tried calling you. We parked our big armored vehicle right outside the thing. We laid on the horn. We got a loud hailer. We did a sound thing on the inside, you know, blow up. We shot a beanbag round against the side of your trailers and thumped against it like a huge knock. Nobody came out. And more loud hailers. And then we shot a beanbag right around to the beanbag ground, whatever it is. They shot through the window, and then you came out. Thank goodness you're alive. You know, personally on the perimeter, I assumed, because we got no response, that you were probably killed yourself inside. That's the kind of assumption we all thought was.
Then I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part. That I what?
You like my assumption when I was on the outside perimeter, based on like zero response, nothing.
Right.
But the amount of effort we had to get a hold of you was, I thought it's possible that you may have killed yourself inside. Right.
So dead.
And then you came out. Thank goodness you came out. Right.
I came out on the 15th. I came out of my RV, correct?
On the January 15th.
The 15th and the 16th.
No, sorry. January 15th was the check well-being.
Yeah. So I just
I'll be there, and then on January 15th.
I'm just trying to get some clarifications. Did you do shootings on the 15th?
There was nothing else. No shootings.
No.
On the 15th.
So I spoke to the officer on the 15th.
No indication of any sort of weapons or firearm and stuff like that. So the officer talked to you.
So what I'm wondering is, on the 15th, you talked to the hospital that said I was suicidal?
It was KGH on the 15th, the day before. That was KGH who called in. And it was, you were quickly called to the hospital, and you were very upset with the death of your partner. And at one point, you made a comment about being suicidal. I'm just reading off the other officers.
I had already been approved in British Columbia for medically assisted suicide, death with dignity. You guys have been misinformed. I understand the 15th. I understand the 15th. I understand that the officer left because he saw that I wasn't suicidal. Otherwise, I would have been arrested under the Mental Health Act and taken to the hospital, as I was on the 16th. Now, Shirley herself was privy to all my information, because she had been driving me to the hospital, I was unaware though that she was unvaccinated and I was going into my husband's room. She didn't release that till the very last day. So she's made a false report to the police that led you guys into shooting up my home, because you just told me that you responded to a thing that I was suicidal and didn't use a gun. So you guys use guns, apparently, because in addition to allegedly being suicidal, I had threatened you guys. I never did. And you guys never found a weapon. Shirley made a false report to the police, and I have money and benzodiazepines missing. Is a white Christian ex-nurse going to be just given the free ride while I, a disabled gay man, a widower who was grieving his partner, the death of him 48 hours after being sleep deprived, and whom has, like my partner, medically assisted suicide made approved here in Canada? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why is this woman in my home going through my stuff before and after you guys are there? I have a recording of her to her home where she says you guys let her go because she had to go see her, quote, diabetic husband. She had no explanation as to why she and her friend Diane were back in my home, as seen on the video, rifling through my belongings.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have any interactions with her.
No, but I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you. How are the police now that I'm reporting to you that she was trespassing in my home, and you are now aware that she made a false report about what you say? The report says that she reported that I had a gun. I have a report in writing from a neighbor where the police state to him that they were looking for a man with a gun, meaning me.
Yes.
I don't have a gun. And you admitted you didn't find a gun. That's a false report. That endangered my life and threatened my and damaged my property. And I'm supposed to just suck it up and just go away? Ain't gonna happen. I'm reporting to you now. I have missing property, including benzodiazepines, and I suspect it is a trespasser who is on my recordings in my home, uninvited, on the 14th, 15th, and 16th. And that person, the name of that person will match up with the caller. Her name is Shirley. Her accomplice is Diane.
All right. I'll document this now, and yeah, okay. And you said you have. I mean, so the false report stuff is called public mischief, right? If she believed that the information she provided is true, it's not public mischief. If she believed it was true, it's fine. It's not. We have to prove malicious intent there. I don't believe she had any sort of malicious intent.
Oh, I do. I have missing money and missing benzodiazepines. It seems funny how people make so many excuses for people who aren't disabled. You guys, it seems to me as a taxpayer, you were more concerned with your own safety, which I understand. Like you guys sometimes don't know what you're walking into. But you just said to me you thought that I might have committed suicide inside. Now, if a trespasser can get into my home by using the lock, and you think that I committed suicide, why shoot out my windows and hit me in the chest? Obviously, I was on my way to open up the door. I was sleep deprived, and you guys had no idea. And you shot up my home and tried to defend it with all this. Oh, she had no mischief. Oh, seriously, I've already told you I'm missing benzodiazepines and money. And you can see on video that I have, she's pouring me Bailey's Irish cream knowing I'm on benzodiazepines. What kind of nurse pours a person who's on benzodiazepines alcohol?
Alright, well, thank you for the information. I'll pass this on and we'll go from there, but like I said, unlikely there'll be public mischief charges going in relation to that.
And may I have a file number for that, please?
Yeah, this will be the original file number.
The original file number, and you're going to follow up with Shirley, asking her what made her believe that I allegedly had a gun, and what is her proof that I had a gun? So basically, I can phone up and say somebody has a gun in the house across the street, and the police are going to assume it from a stranger that made an anonymous call. That's nice to know. That's very reassuring for the taxpayers.
All right, Keith. Well, I'm sorry the situation didn't, pan out better, but like I said, we made extensive attempts to try to get in contact with you before we resulted in any sort of damage.
And I'm telling you, I was sleep deprived after a year-long battle and a month-long visit. As a disabled person with mobility issues, it took a lot of energy and a lot of my time looking after somebody who was dying. And if you guys don't have any empathy or can't comprehend that, you shouldn't be carrying guns. Shooting up disabled people and their homes is unacceptable. And I find the excuses you made for your actions unacceptable as well. I will be following up. Thank you.